It's been 5 years since Endeavor set foot in the Bulgarian startup ecosystem, and last week it launched in Romania on a mission to keep scaling up high-impact entrepreneurship in the Southeast European region. The Recursive team reached out to Mihnea Craciun, the current managing director of Endeavor Romania, to learn more about the goals and the plans of the new branch. So hello from Bulgaria, Mihnea, and thank you for this interview. Would you start by telling us more about the goal of Endeavor Romania and what is your vision for the development of the Romanian startup ecosystem?
Thank you, Elena. Thank you for inviting me and picking up this story from your neighbor, so to say. Endeavor's mission in Romania is pretty much the Endeavor's mission everywhere to try to help the local ecosystem of entrepreneurs scale up, get to the next level, and support high impact entrepreneurs to make it big in the region and hopefully also globally. The vision is very clear. We live in a time when there's a lot of hype, there's a lot of energy and dynamism in small and medium-sized enterprises. Really, it probably has never been easier to scale up ever. So it is something we need to take advantage of. And I feel the Romanian entrepreneurs need to have a chance to take into account and take advantage of Endeavor's global reach to learn how to do it, to make it big, but also to promote, entrepreneurial ecosystems like the Romanian one throughout the world.
So what are the specific gaps that you'll be looking to bridge in the Romanian entrepreneurial community?
I think these gaps are not, I would not call them gaps, is more of a problem of integration, because the Romanian ecosystem is fairly developed. But as any young ecosystem of this kind has grown somehow isolated, or isolated is probably a bad word, but has grown slightly not integrated fully with the global trends. And I think this is the big addition that Endeavor brings to the Romanian market, the fact that now we can help Romanian companies make it into the global markets. So far, the support system that we had and that we have used locally have been either homegrown or brought in by certain institutions like development banks, investment funds. But you cannot not notice that there's a very strong regional footprint and there's a very strong regional focus on all these initiatives. Now, Endeavor brings this to a different level and it brings it to a global level, which is exactly, it's like a kid who grows and goes to school and then goes further away from home and then goes out in the global village. That's what I hope Endeavor will be perceived as wanting to do in Romania, and that's where Endeavor will really deliver value to the Romanian companies.
So will the program focus on some specific industries?
I think we follow the Endeavor verticals. Obviously, we are industry agnostic in a way, and we don't touch what we don't touch, and everybody knows what we don't touch. Which is pretty much the rule with banks and other organizations of this kind. We try to follow the verticals, and frankly, there's a bit of a fad about tech. It's also normal. It's probably the easiest way to scale up regionally and globally. The focus is going to be both tech, but also tech enabling certain bricks and mortar type of industries, which I think would benefit from being more techified. Second, it's always more difficult to scale up bricks and mortar. We don't live in the world of the World Trade Organization and exchanges between countries and trade. And we live in a global world now, which is fully integrated. So the sooner you learn the skills how to scale up, even in bricks and mortar type of industries, the better. And I think, we follow the verticals, but we also try to help exactly those types of entrepreneurs who have the product, have the vision, and have the right timing, but actually have a bigger challenge in scaling them regionally and globally.
Mm-hmm. So how exactly will you support those entrepreneurs on their scaling up efforts?
I think we are using the tools that we have in Endeavor, which is a great network of trust that we have with all these global entrepreneurs, global board members, investment funds, also executives who are willing to mentor, who are willing to advise, and who are willing to spend time in coaching the Romanian entrepreneurs in their endeavor. That's the first thing that we will be doing, and it's pretty much right off the bat. I would say the thing that Endeavor is good at. Second thing is, as we go along, we will try to kind of plug ourselves into the local system and try to see where we can help existing initiatives, be they in incubators, accelerators, and these type of initiatives. We will try to be connected, and we are already fairly connected with a number of local initiatives, and spread the message far away into the fabric of the Romanian ecosystem. I'm actually hoping that these things will happen fairly quickly, and we will also have Endeavor Catalyst investing in Romanian companies, because that's another addition that we want to bring to the local system. Romania is only now, starting to be on the map for large VC funds. Endeavor will put a lens on Romania by making sure that the companies we are seeing here are also seen elsewhere, and are also seen by global investors. These are, in a nutshell, the things that I'm hoping we will be able to roll out fairly quickly in Romania.
Okay, so here in our Endeavor branch, we have this Dare to Scale program. Does your branch envision the launch of a similar program?
Dare to Scale is an amazing example of something that grows on the Endeavor local footprint, and is an amazing program. I've been watching it fairly with a lot of interest, but also with a lot of with a lot of need for inspiration, I would say. I was looking at how my colleagues from Sofia are doing things there. Obviously, we need to map out the local environment and see exactly what kind of initiatives we have here. And we have accelerators in Romania, fairly well developed. Probably not so much of a history as the Bulgarian ones right now, but we try to see what we can use from the local ecosystem and where we bring value to the local system. Building just another accelerator in Romania is not necessarily our goal. It is something that, after a careful analysis with our board and with Endeavor, we will be looking at assessing whether this is needed. How can we bring our capacities to the existing initiatives? And I think it's eventually going to be a collaborative type of effort. But indeed, Dare to Scale, it is an inspiration point for me.
Yeah, I mean, it's all about bringing value, so it makes sense what you're telling us. And you mentioned collaborating. Are there any plans right now for Endeavor Romania collaborating with the Bulgarian branch or any other regional branches?
I mean, Momcil and his team have been my guides in Endeavor for already a few months. So I'm using as much as possible the expertise and experience that they have in running things in Bulgaria and running an established organization, and I would say almost a mature organization. So I'm already collaborating. I'm downloading a lot of information from Momcil and his team and try to adapt it to the local market. I think with time, there will be more regional type of initiatives in Endeavor, and there are discussions about this inside the network. I think this is somehow a consequence of the pandemic, because Endeavor is renowned for these global events that we are doing with the international selection panels, which are really a way to connect and develop relationships with mentors and peer entrepreneurs. But what the pandemic has done was, it put a stop to it for now. So I was discussing with Momchil and the other MDs in the region that perhaps an interesting idea would be to start to regionalize a little bit our cooperation, and then try to make most of the integration between our offices, because we have entrepreneurs wanting to enter Romania who are coming from Bulgaria or from Turkey or from Greece, or you name it. And we have similarly companies Romanian companies that want to go into. So I think Endeavor can act right now as a conduit, as a medium of supporting more regional initiatives. And the more we integrate regionally, the easier for us is going to be then to all integrate globally.
Awesome. Well, thank you for this interview, Mihnea. We wish you best of success in fueling the growth of the Romanian startup ecosystem. And we'll be definitely looking to hearing some more exciting interviews from your branch in the near future.
Thank you so much, Elena, for having me. And I'm open anytime you need to get some information. Please feel free to just call.